Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and I just wanted to go over what happened yesterday with the House of Financial Services Committee hearing with Silvergate. Excuse me. All right. Well, it was a crazy hearing, and if you're not watching it, you definitely need to check it out. But I do have some replay that I do want us to check out. Give me just one second. We're just chilling today. I want to go over what is going on. Hey, what's up, Making True Money? How you doing? Here we go. How are you doing? Did you see that hearing yesterday? The banks knew nothing. Michael Bear knew nothing from Silvergate. It was crazy. This is. Hey, what's up, F Joe? Good. I'm glad y'all are here. I was wondering. I was like, I was thinking about y'all specifically, and there's a couple more. I was like, I hope they're here because I want to talk about it with them because y'all are all over the place. So, did you see the hearing yesterday? We're going to check out a few clips. There was one by Mr. Nunn. Now, he's a rep of Iowa, and he did a damn good job. Now, I can't say the same too much for Texas. Oh, Texas. I love living here in Texas, but damn. Can we put an age limit? That's the real question. Can we put an age limit on some of these people? We should, because a lot of them, just the way their mind is set. Oh, that's why you're here. What's up, Be Vaulted? All right. Yeah, they do. They need an age limit. We're going to check out. Y'all are going to be like, what? I'm just letting the notifications go through. Sometimes it takes YouTube a little bit to get there. But we're going to start here in just a second. We're going to take a look at coin market cap while that's happening. We have 23,115 cryptocurrencies out there. You got to be careful. You got to be safe. Do your own research. Also, I don't leave any comments from WhatsApp for me to contact you about your investments. I have some new subs. I have some new viewers. We have new viewers in the crypto space. So we are the face of crypto. We need to make sure we keep these people safe because if something happens, they are not coming back. So all we can do is help educate, right? All right, market cap is still over $1 trillion. So that's very bullish news for cryptocurrency. I think Bitcoin didn't hit, it almost hit 30. It's just teetering at 28.3, and Ethereum hit over 18 yesterday. I think the highest I saw on crypto.com was 1830, which is good. BNB at 316. Can you believe all these prices just a few months ago were so low? Everybody was dragging. Everybody was kind of tired of the market. I know I was messing up. You know what I should have been doing? Something I learned as an investor, because I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know everything. People don't know everything. So if I could look back and talk to myself a year ago, a few months ago, I would have told myself, chill out, don't do any degen plays, just put your money in good investments. And that's what I really want to stress to people is put your money in good projects. Yes, I mean, I did degen plays. I sure did. And I lost money. I got all the way up with them and all the way back down. So I learned this year profits, very, very important. Degen plays, they're not worth it, especially when you have over 23K cryptocurrencies. So yeah, that might seem just pretty obvious. Like, yeah, don't buy these cryptos that are, they're crap coins that they're going to go straight up, straight down. What are you doing? I mean, I got bored. I wanted to play. That's why we're here in crypto. I'm sure a lot of us like to gamble as well. It was kind of dragging there for a while. But the people that have been through a bear market before knew to hold what they had and just keep building on these great projects like XRP. A lot of people laugh at Cardano holders, but that's going to go up. Polygon's still sitting around the same price, but it does go up to like $1.20, $1.30. But we know this. I do have some new people here in the space cabin. So some of y'all that already know this stuff, Just hang tight. We're going to go over that here in just a little bit, that hearing. All right, Stellar. I'm a big fan of Stellar, big fan of XRP. I also am liking HBAR so much. I did a short video yesterday. There was some breaking news with HBAR, with Hedera. So go check that out. We have to see who they are going to choose. We got to figure it out. But nobody really knows who they're going to use. Do you think that XRP is going to be universal? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Because some people are saying it's going to be XLM. Some people are saying that, just get you a bag of XRP. I can't believe it was 30 cents and everybody was looking at it. It was at 30 something cents for the longest. But anyway, all right. So let's get going. Let me see who is in here. 60K, baby, by my birthday. Hopefully, that would be awesome. King Viking, how are you doing? Space Goat. Beaver Lumber, love Beaver Lumber. How are you, T-Rex? Morning cabin. Yeah, morning cabin today. I think I'm going to try to do a few morning cabins because I think it's important that we get the day started knowing what's up with some news. Space Chick, I'm glad you got into XRP and especially HBAR. Yeah, HBAR is so good. If y'all don't know about HBAR, please, I did 2 videos. One video, it's 5 minutes. It's actually less than 5 minutes if you want to cut my intro and outro out of the whole mix. It's less than 5 minutes explaining the gist of Hedera. Now it's 3rd generation DLT. They say blockchain is 2nd generation and Hashgraph is 3rd generation. So let's keep that in mind whenever we're making our investments and we're learning. Technology is just going to keep going. So did you think it was just going to just stop with blockchain? There's no way. Solana. I know. Because Solana's coming out with their phone too. What's up, Cash? Excellent. XRP and XLM. Yes, is working with a few banks that I have accounts with. Nice. Hell yeah. What's up? Welcome to the Space Cabin. I haven't seen you here before. Sabakis. Am I saying that correctly? All right. Y'all, check this out. So yesterday, the Silicon Valley Bank was at a hearing. It was insane. So we're going to check out the congressman from Iowa, Zach Nunn. Oh, God. Here we go. Y'all ready? I tried to get it right up to the point of him talking, but I got a little bit of Mr. Meeks talking. And so I figured, well, this is pretty good. I really tried to get it on the exact point, but y'all ready? Let's check it out. Let's see the attitude. Let's see what was going on. Because Mr. Barr apparently knew nothing. He kept saying, well, I'm going to have to get back with you. Oh, I'm going to have to get back with you. Can I have that in writing? Yeah, I'll get back with you. They knew nothing. And the Mr. Chairman, at the end, the chairman was super upset because he said, this is not a matter where you want to play around with this. You should have come here prepared. You should have come here knowing these answers to these questions. Like, pretty much, where the hell did you think you were going today? Where the hell did you think you were going today? You're right up here with all of us. Like, you should have known stuff. That guy was in the hot seat for sure. All right, so let's check this out. We're going to watch a few minutes of this.
When you look at depository insurance, a difference between small businesses and personal, as far as that's concerned.
Kind of cutting off the tail end.
Congressman, that's a good question, and it's one of the things we'll be looking at in the report that we're going to submit on May 1 and laying out some policy considerations to take into account here.
Thank you. I'm out of time, so I'll yield back.
Another gentleman from New York. Mr. Lawler is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman Gruenberg, just to follow up on that line of questioning, yes or no, should the FDIC insurance limit be raised?
We're almost there to the point I want us to watch, but this is good stuff.
Let us do the work on this and then come back to you with the report.
Well, in the 2008 collapse, we
Nobody
raised it
knew
from 100
anything.
to 250,000. We made it permanent in 20.
Now, this is Mr. Martin Gruenberg from the FDIC, and then we have on the other side of him, on the right over there, on our right, Nellie Lane from Secretary of the U.S. Treasury. And then the guy on the left, Mr. Michael Bear, he's from Silicon Valley Bank. Just so y'all know.
And it has not been raised since then. Do you
Mr.
think it should be raised?
I don't know the answer to that question right now, Congressman.
Okay. Did the Fed, the FDIC, and the Treasury have the tools needed to deal with this crisis when you were made aware of the situation with SVB? Do you all believe, yes or no, that you had the tools needed to deal with this?
Yeah, yes, we have the tools we need.
Yes?
I agree, yes.
Yes?
I agree, we had the tools. to
Okay.
prevent a-
Did the Fed, the FDIC, and the Treasury have the tools needed to prevent it? Yes or no?
I think that's a very difficult question to answer. I don't have a yes or no answer for it. I think we can do better at supervision and regulation, but whether we could have prevented the collapse in 24 hours of this institution, I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, mind you, they didn't have a risk manager, right? Shouldn't you have a risk manager for your bank? A bank of all freaking things. Well, they didn't have one for 8 months. That's over half a year. So they keep asking them questions about, well, they kept asking them questions about supervising and supervisors and how they're cracking down on them and all of that. But that's why they keep throwing that question at them. Do you think you were prepared?
I agree with Michael's point, but from a supervisory basis, I think there was an opportunity.
I'm sorry, Congressman, can you repeat your question?
Yes or no? Do you think the Treasury had the tools needed to prevent this from happening
The Treasury had the tools to use the systemic risk exception
and used it?
and recommendation to prevent a crisis.
So the FDIC and the Treasury do believe it. The Fed, not sure yet. But so in that case, do you think the Federal Reserve failed here in its role?
I think fundamentally, as I've said, it's the responsibility of bank management to run the bank. The bank managers failed in basic risk management.
Right, but you provided the Federal Reserve and the San Francisco Fed provided guidance, provided notices, and failed to follow up on that, correct?
I would say that there was follow-up. The question is whether the follow-up was stringent enough, and that's part of the review we're looking at.
But stringent enough really means that the individual people may or may not have done the job that they were supposed to do, correct? Because if you give the notice and you reach out, isn't it incumbent on the individual supervisors to actually follow up and make sure that the bank is doing what it needs to do?
It's incumbent on the bank to take the actions that the supervisors are directing them to take, and it's incumbent on the supervisors to check on that.
And the supervisors failed to check on that.
Because they think they can do
No, I
whatever they
didn't
want.
say that. What I said is
That's
that
why.
it's incumbent on the supervisors to do that. I think it's a
Did they do
legitimate,
that?
No.
I think it's a legitimate and fair question to ask whether they were stringent enough, whether they used enough tools to force the bank
They didn't
manager.
even
That-
have
that-
a risk
obviously
manager.
right.
With respect, that is semantics. Did they do the job they were supposed to do? Did they follow up?
The reason I'm having difficulty answering the question is I believe they did follow up, but the bank managers did not perform on the job, and that's why we're looking.
Were California and New York regulators equipped with the appropriate tools to handle this? Or should these banks, specifically SVB, given their size, been federally chartered instead of state chartered?
I think that our country benefits from having a wide diversity of kinds and sizes of institutions and the diversity of chartering authorities that we have. So I'm not recommending that we change that.
Okay. When did any of you first speak with Superintendent Harris regarding Signature Bank? Just date, please.
I'd want to check the record on that if I may. I will come back to you. Just want to be sure
You
we're.
see, they don't
Okay.
know anything. Nobody knows anything.
Do either of you know
Yesterday.
when you first spoke to Superintendent Harris?
I do not. I mean, Signature Bank is an FDIC in New York state regulated institution, but I don't know when I first had a conversation about it.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna switch to that was Mr. Lawyer, which was still very, very, very good questions from him talking about how the hell were your supervisors being supervised? What were they doing? How did they not answer back to us when we were sending them, notifications. Hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? You don't even have a risk management person there over half a year. Then that seems to me very arrogant that you think you can just get away with anything, right? So let's hear this. I really want to get to this guy. Let's see if I can get him. Mr. Nunn from Iowa. This is the guy we need for Texas. I love Texas, y'all, but damn, we didn't do too well,
The chair will,
in my
will
opinion.
submit that data for the record and answer for this.
Yes.
Would you be willing to do that? Data
Yes, of course.
related to systemic risk designation.
Yes.
Thank you,
Or
Mr. Chairman.
systemic risk event. We'll now go to the gentleman from Iowa, Mr. Nunn, for 5 minutes.
Here we go.
Thank
Here
you,
we
Mr.
go.
Chair. Thank
Go,
you for being
Mr.
here
Nunn.
today.
Get him.
If you would just, with a show of hands, do you believe that, as most Americans do, as I've said and as the president said, that taxpayers should not be on the hook for that? Would you agree with that statement?
Yes.
Further, would you agree with the statement that we should have diversity within our banking system?
Yes.
I agree.
Specifically, then, would you be supporting our regional banks, our small and local banks, and recognize the undue burden that they potentially are going to be saddled with as a result of a FDI assessment because of these two banks?
As you may know, Congressman, I responded to that issue, and the answer is the FDIC has authority under the law to consider who benefits from the assistance provided. And
Exactly.
we'll take that into account with particular attention and sensitivity to the impact on community banks.
I appreciate them, Mr. Gutenberg. I want to specifically talk to Mr. Barr here. The diversity in banks, when you do your holistic capital review of banks under $10 billion, what would that look like?
We're not anticipating in any way raising capital requirements with respect to community banks. It's not part of my holistic review.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Second, I'll highlight here $22 billion, as we say in Iowa. That's a lot of money. And in fact, it's 20% of the entire FDIC's fund for this. In
Damn.
order to make that up, special assessments will inevitably have to be part of this. Do you see that being passed along to the top banks primarily, or how will you calibrate that?
Well, Congressman, it's relevant to my response before. We're required by law to pay for any cost to the deposit insurance fund caused by the coverage of the uninsured deposits through a special assessment. We have to do that by notice and public notice and rulemaking. And we have authority under the law to consider the types of entities that benefit from any action taken or assistance provided.
So I understand that, but I just want to highlight the difference here. We had two banks that had 90% of their depositors uninsured at any level, and most banks across America are at 47%. My state of Iowa, in Des Moines alone, it's 70%. And my rural guys, it's 7%. I mean, these are farmers who are looking to plant this spring, who know that they have a good deposit there. It's small businesses that are
Exactly.
supported by this. What they don't need is ultimately, to my original question, a increase on their cost of living, on their cost of doing business by a special assessment that disproportionately punishes those who are at the medium and small size. Are you committed to making sure that's a priority for you?
Yes.
Excellent. Last question. I want to be brief here. Silicon Valley Bank did not have a chief risk officer, Mr. Barr, for how many months?
He said 8 months, I think.
I believe it's approximately 8 months.
Yeah.
So almost a year. During that time, they did have 4 members who served on something called the Governance and Corporate Responsibility Committee. And these 4 members were actually on their risk committee, but had no, as I understand it, actual experience in managing material risk.
How does that happen?
Were these individuals focused on the wrong thing? And was there no true risk management being taken at Silicon Valley Bank in the lead up to the fail?
I can't speak to the particular individuals. I can say that the supervisors told the board of directors and the bank that the board oversight with respect to risk management was deficient. That was one of the findings that was made in the summer of 2022.
So then did beginner risk management of interest rate risk and liquidity risk cause this bank to fail, SVB specifically?
Yes, ultimately, they mismanaged their interest rate and their liquidity risk, and their very large percentage of uninsured depositors had a massive and unexpected run. As I said, $42 billion on a Thursday and expected another $100 billion on Friday. And that was just a devastating run for the institution.
So I'd like to ask this question then, and I hope that Mary Daly has the opportunity, Mr. Chair, to testify in person before this committee. But as you're overseeing this, why did she tout the regional Fed's work on cataloging climate risks, even going so far as to assemble a team to study how these risks are likely to impact the Fed's future reserve mandates? And I'll state here that one of SVB's memos from their supervisory credit group claimed they had been working closely with the Fed to inform its agenda priorities, namely fiscal risk to banks from climate change. Were the regulators focused on the wrong risk posed by this administration? Yes or no?
Yeah.
The supervisors were focused overall on the system on interest rate risk, credit risk, cybersecurity risk, traditional risk in the banking system. There are some supervisors who are focused on climate change.
But there was no risk.
Climate change. That's what they were worried about. Freaking climate change. Come
Officer to look
on.
at the actual dramatic overage
Illness
that they
time.
had at this.
He's like,
I'm
that's
sorry, you're talking about the bank risk officer?
over insight.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield back my time.
He's like, we're done.
I'll submit the rest of the questions.
All right. So that to me was wild that they didn't even have somebody for risk management. Here we go at the end. Look at this. This is very important how we see this summed up, because everybody on the Republican side, Democratic side, we're all agreeing. But are they in agreement because they're mad, because they're really worried about these smaller banks, credit unions and whatnot? Or are they just, really pushing because they know what they're fixing to do with that Fed now? So let me go over here. Let me check it out. I really want you all to see this. This is important. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Miss Waters was talking. Very important. She was talking. She was saying too, she's very disappointed that they came with no answers.
I think furthermore, there's a lack of transparency.
Yep.
Transparency in the decision-making by you sitting on this panel to answer for your decisions in that week and that first weekend. And while I think we're able to start painting a picture of what happened, there's still much that we need to understand, specifically timelines of what you knew when and how you responded. I think those are very important things for you three on this panel to answer fully for, in the name of transparency, but frankly, in the name of building confidence. So there are still questions that somehow after 3 weeks that many of you have given here that you're going to check with staff, you're not sure. This was not a gotcha hearing. This is not a surprise thing. We expect a little more detail than what you provided in many of your answers, specifically the timeline, the data used, and the evidence for your decision making. We need leadership. Leadership in that key moment of that week. We want to understand that decisions, the decision making, and we put you in these positions. You're all Senate confirmed in very powerful positions in our government. We want you to be capable of achieving good outcomes for the American people and the American
Do
economy.
your damn job.
We want you to be competent in carrying that out, and that's why we have oversight. And over 5 hours in, you've certainly submitted yourselves to oversight. We will have written questions. For the record, we ask that you respond in a timely manner. But the final note I'll say is understand, in a time where there may be a bit of a political divide in America, I don't think you heard that by and large in this hearing, both sides of the aisle. There's sincere concern. And so we ask you to submit in writing these questions. And we know here on Capitol Hill that our work's not done. And we will have oversight of this, independent of your actions and your coordinated effort on oversight with these reports. So I'd like to thank Vice Chair
He's
Barr,
fixing to tell
Chairman
the
Grunberg,
dates.
Undersecretary Lang, Thank you for being here today.
They have a
Without objection,
deadline.
all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit additional written questions for the witnesses to the chair. The questions will be forwarded to them for a response. I would ask the witnesses and their team behind them to respond no later than April 28th, 2023, as you certainly work to your self-imposed deadline of May 1st. We are also working to conduct our review together with the Government Accountability Office. We ask for your full participation in data and evidence in particular to support that investigation and oversight. The hearing is adjourned.
Okay, so that's crazy what was going on over here in this hearing. Just nobody knew crap. That's what they wanted. They wanted an extension, obviously, to get all their ducks in a row. Like he said, though, this wasn't a pop-up surprise hearing. I mean, this is really important. How do you not have all this data? What are you trying to cover up now? How and they have 5 days to submit more questions to SVB, but they have till April 28th deadline, May 1st, from what I understand, to answer these questions. And they're going to be back, and we're going to see and follow what is going on with this trial. But what do y'all think? Do you think this is set up because they want to have FedNow? Do you think they really are concerned? I know I'm from a small town, a farming town, and it's true. It's so true. They are just loaning money to these bigger banks. That's why Mr. Nunn from Iowa was asking, he said, I'm from a small, there's a lot of farmers out here. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? They rely on these loans. These are middle-class people, and they definitely are trying to cut out the middle class, and they've been trying to do it for some time. But check it. Oh, I don't care for Kevin O'Leary. I don't think he's a good representative for crypto. I wish he would just take his face out of crypto in general. Just stick to Shark Tank, dude. Just stick to Shark Tank. But I didn't pull that up. Let me pull this up. Kevin O'Leary yesterday on Yahoo Finance. And this is what he was saying about the smaller banks. And it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I was like, you know what? You just, this is what's wrong right here. You are what's wrong. Now this is
Hey, Austin.
a few minutes.
Google Fiber is expanding in your area.
So it's important though. This is how people, the higher ups, are looking at the smaller guy, looking at the middle class, looking at the smaller banks, looking and not giving a damn about these
Well,
farmers.
a sense of stability has returned to the markets as fears over a looming banking crisis begin to ease, and as bank regulation now remains top of mind for U.S. lawmakers. Meanwhile, the crypto industry is going on the offensive, and some speculate that the White House is trying to push it out altogether. Let's bring in O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary, also known as Mr. Wonderful, for his take on all things bank and crypto. Wonderful to have you in.
This is the last video we'll watch.
First, I want to get your take because
I promise.
You were first hearing about sort of the FDIC taking off these guardrails. You were like, look, what's the point of investing in some of these bank stocks? What's your take now, especially in what you're hearing from these hearings?
I think the question every American taxpayer has to answer individually is, do you want to guarantee every tiny bank in America? Because you're being asked to do that. You know, it's great when politicians say, oh, don't worry, the taxpayer is not paying. Let me explain exactly why you, the taxpayer, are paying. FDIC insurance is paid by banks. The banks get that money by charging you fees in your account. You paid for all of it. And so now, just to count the record here on Silicon Valley Bank, that cost you as a taxpayer $20 billion, 16% of the FDIC insurance pool. It's gone. So you can only do that 10 more times and there's nothing left. And so why do we need 5,000 banks?
Thank you.
What do we
Eddie.
need that for?
Smash that like
That's
button.
a great question. Now, if you like the idea of riding your horse up to a bank branch 100 years ago, that's great. Or maybe you say that it's unique to the economy of a singular state, and you have to have a unique banker to take care of an agrarian society, or maybe a tech society, and or economy in California. But we don't need that anymore because 97% of bank transactions are done online.
Right.
So we need an oligopoly of well-regulated imputedly guaranteed because the law says 250. And so that's the narrative. If you take a poll in this building, whoever's walking around here, and say, do you want to guarantee the next bank in California with your own money that's going to zero because it has idiot management? I think you'll find 9 out of 10 people say no. We're going to go through a metamorphosis. We're going to see a consolidation of all these tiny little banks into super regionals. Maybe we get down to a couple of hundred banks in America. But I personally, as a taxpayer, have no interest in guaranteeing the next idiot management. Don't want to do that.
Then what does that do for lending conditions and for customers as well if we do have this sort of compression?
Nothing. The whole point is it might have made sense to have these regionals when you needed that touch pace, you know, where you said, oh, I know every family in this geography, in this city, and I'm a banker, and, you know, I support the local baseball team. Nobody cares about that anymore because they do everything, including getting their credit card online. Over 97%. That is an old kumbaya, warm and fuzzy feeling of America in the 40s and 50s. That's not what we are today. We are a very competitive online banking community that has to basically bear the cost of compliance. All of these new rules are going to be imputed now as a result of these investigations will make most of these banks unprofitable. I would argue that bank stocks themselves are just a trade. They're not good investments. These are going to become highly regulated utilities. And it's the only sector of the 11 sectors of the S&P 500 that services the other 10. So it's simply a utility. Let's get over it. Let's regulate it and stop kumbayaing about all these tiny banks that are going to zero for sure.
But Kevin, you do have some people who
She
perhaps
does not
aren't
agree.
as tech savvy, who aren't into digital banking, the unbanked. Some of those people perhaps more interested in something like a crypto or some other sort of function. So you're saying that we really don't need these regional banks anymore?
You know, I heard that argument pre-pandemic in 2021 when everybody was locked in their condos. Oh, grandmothers, what are they going to do? They can't go shopping anymore at the local grocery store. They got hip to their cell phones. They went online and they ordered their groceries, or they starved to death. Choose one. The same
My
thing with
gosh.
banking. Everybody has their app on their phone and banks that way now, whether you're corporate, whether you're individual. You know, let's have a moment of silence for small regional banks. They're dead. It's over.
Such an asshole.
Well, with that in mind, then, I mean, obviously, we're still sort of passing out the blame, and I guess we'll hear a little bit more from some of these regulators on May 1st. But I do want to shift gears and talk crypto. Obviously, the CFTC now cracking down on Binance. A lot of people thought.
Check this out, y'all. So he's done talking about the banks in a sense. Now he's going to talk about crypto. I was like, of course, why do you got to ask this guy about crypto? Get this guy off the air now. He's done. We're done hearing his mouth. But then she asked him about, I love her. She's such a good anchor woman. She asks so many good questions. Check out what he says about Sam Bankman-Fried and CZ in this.
Binance would be okay after FTX's collapse. People had an eye though on what CZ was doing. How worried should we be about this, not just for the crypto industry, but who's going to be the next platform that's really going to draw the ire?
Oh man, got a little ad here. Y'all are gonna be like, shut up, Kevin. Be quiet.
I think the story that's emerging as of yesterday morning when these charges were laid is an incredible Greek tragedy. And I'll tell you why I look at it this way.
Oh my God, here
The
it
two
comes.
pioneers that created this nascent industry and made it global, Sam Bankman-Fried and CZ. Then they went to war against each other, just like in Greek mythology. And one of them won. CZ definitely bankrupt Sam Bankman-Fried by using the FTT token in the last stroke on that November 6th, 550 million right into his heart, and he had to, declare bankruptcy. Then, of course, all the allegations and all the charges. And now he's victorious, but only for a few weeks.
Right.
Because whammo, the regulators come after him, and this is why it's a death knell for Binance. Just follow these dots. And there's a great investment opportunity emerging here. So now you're Binance, you're a global leader, but you've got the American regulator charging you. And that means every other regulator wakes up around the world that has to do business in the United States. So let's say you're a sovereign wealth fund in Norway, in Abu Dhabi, in Saudi Arabia, or any country where you want to put $250 million to work a day. Those are the kind of numbers. Goes through the depository in New York into the S&P 500.
Right.
You have to remain compliant with the SEC. The SEC and other regulators in the US have just said, this company is not compliant in our jurisdiction. What are you going to do? You're going to say, listen, CZ, love you, honey, but I don't think we can give you a license here to resolve this thing in the United States. And then the US regulator says, and this is where it gets really interesting, and this is the really Greek mythology part of it. Even though Sam has been, wiped out by this, the reason he had to buy CZ out was to get CZ off his balance sheet because CZ wouldn't disclose who owns his company. Highly speculated to be the Chinese government. Now the US regulator is going to say, okay, pay us the $8 billion fine or whatever they're going to impute, but disclose your cap table. And if he has to do that, either he won't or we'll find out the Chinese own him, in which case he'll never get an American license. I think it's game over, checkmate for CZ, and it's only a matter of time till there's a run on that BNB token, $64 billion. Now, either the Chinese government is backing that token or they're not. But if there's a run on that, it's sayonara CZ. Then here's the investment opportunity. And I've got my guys doing this everywhere. Find me in every jurisdiction where Binance is operating supposedly under a compliant license, and find me the number 2 regulated environment, the number 2 regulated exchange. Let me invest in that. Because when CZ sails off into the sunset back to China, I want to invest in that. Starting in Canada, France, Switzerland, Abu Dhabi, wherever it is. We're watching the end of a great Greek tragedy. The 2 guys, the founders, they killed each other. It's fantastic. This is a wonderful Harvard case. I'm going to teach it.
It makes for good TV,
Fantastic.
but not so good for retail investors sort of stuck in the middle. I do want to ask.
You've got to get your money out of Binance El Pronto. Are you kidding? I mean, the U.S. regulator just hit him with charges 24 hours ago. Did you see the evidence? Unbelievable. I don't know how he's going to get around it. Look, a moment of silence for Binance.
But before I let you go, I do want to get some of your previews for Q2. A lot of people looking for investment opportunities in the upcoming quarter. Where are you putting your cash to work?
Let's see this.
About a third of it, we had a real challenge with all the regional banks because we had to take it all out of there. Because I have 54 portfolio companies. I called my CEOs and said, look, how much did you get? How much was in Silicon Valley Bank? That we dodged a bullet there. What else do you have? Do you have anything in First Republic? Get it the hell out of there. Any regional bank, get it out of there. Choose the 4 money center banks for now. I want all of the money I invested in you in those 4 money center banks. I am not the only person that did this. So we pulled a lot of cash out of these regionals or investment dealer brokers, and we're rolling T-bills right now in 90 days. And this is happening all over America. This is why I'm telling you, there's a death knell to small regional banks, because no matter what you say or what Yellen says or what the president says, you can feel good about a regional bank. Okay, you feel good about it. I'm taking my money out of it for now while we work all this stuff out. On the crypto side, I think it's going to be a renaissance. I think the opportunity to invest, because all of these compliant exchanges, take the Canadians, they made no money because Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and Binance, they operated with impunity with no cost of compliance.
And just so we're clear, are you talking tokens or the exchanges or perhaps underlying
everything?
blockchain? Dealer
Dealer brokers or broker dealers are tied to an exchange that had to be compliant, bore millions of compliant costs in each of their geographies. And, Binance didn't have to pay any compliance. And that was great while you could do that. But now you've got every regulator on earth saying, whoa, the US just said this is not a compliant platform. And as a result, I think that puts a lot of pressure on everybody to say, well, where's the next compliant one? Because you know what's amazing? I'm going to make a speculation here that I think I'd love to go back forward 5 years. All the players that are not in harmony with their regulators now, that were the founders of the crypto industry, they're all going to be swept aside. And a new generation of crypto banker will emerge just like old bankers used to be, totally compliant. It's that old Who song, won't get fooled again. Are you going to put your money in a non-compliant crypto exchange that is it at war with its regulator? I don't think so. So this is good for crypto. This is the next stage in making it something real that you can invest in. I'm giddy with excitement. I think you can tell that. I'm energized today. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it's wonderful that now, hopefully, my investment thesis about buying into all of these regulated exchanges, which has done nothing for me for the last 4 years, all of a sudden everybody's waking up saying, okay, what do I buy in Abu Dhabi? What do I buy in Canada? What do I buy in France?
Because a lot of people are still waiting for the use cases here, and it may seem like the long game, but interesting. We'll be keeping an eye on what happens with this next generation of crypto
Last
leaders.
thought, use case. My best performing asset in the last 4 months, Bitcoin. Where do I hold it? On a Canadian exchange
Interesting.
that's compliant with the OSC order. Yes, I think there's a great use opportunity for crypto.
As long as you stay
I'm
compliant.
excited. I'm excited.
I couldn't tell, Kevin. O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary, thank you for
Alright,
joining
so
us.
let me see what y'all have to say about all of this. What is up, Space Cabin crew members? How are y'all doing? Smash that like button. What is up, Max? How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me see what y'all have to say. That was a good smash up, right? We needed to know what was going on with the U.S. Government and SVB. Then we need to see what the heck Kevin O'Leary, someone like the 1%, what he's saying out there. And he really needs to just stop talking about crypto. Like, we're tired of him. We don't want you talking about crypto, Kevin. You're giving us a bad look. Especially after FTX. Just be quiet. Go back to Shark Tank and sit down. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what's going on. What does Crypto Hunter say? What's up, Crypto Hunter? Considering what's going on in the world currently, if you're not invested in crypto, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. I love Texas too, but sometimes we be dropping the ball. I know we dropped the ball yesterday. There was only a few people that were agreeing with Michael Bear saying, well, I feel like you guys did what y'all could do. I feel like y'all were doing what you could do. So I was shocked. I was like, are you kidding me? How are you agreeing? They outed themselves as looking like they were just sitting in their pocket. Obviously, it was bad. It was bad. I'm so embarrassed. I don't even want to show it. Come on, Texas, get it together. And these are the same people that have been telling American people that crypto is a scam. Exactly. Kevin O'Leary was one of the biggest anti-crypto people ever. Was he doing that because he was buying into it? At the time he was saying, don't buy it, don't buy it. Probably. We know what they're doing. And I've been saying this in the Space Cabin for months. We are built different. We look at the world differently. We know what's going on. Circle was in deep with SVB. I don't know why I keep saying SVP. What is that an acronym for? SVP. I don't even know. 3.3 billion. Essentially, the government is going to bail out crypto quietly. I think so. Yeah, I know. It was crap. What does climate change have to do with risk management of the bank? I know, that was wild to me. I was like, out of all things, you guys are worried about climate control, climate change? You're a bank. Why do you care about that? That is insane to me. Worry about what funds you have in there. Why do you have, it's wild what these people get away with. They didn't even have a risk management person for 8 months. You can't run companies like that. You can't even run regular companies like that. It's a bank. How do you not have, because they're arrogant. They thought they were untouchable and they thought they could just keep going. That's what it was. Well, if you plan to buy a gigantic amount of ice, you need to worry about global warming. F. Joe says that's so funny. This is exactly why the world is turning to crypto. No accountability by the elites. Exactly. I know, right? That was funny. Kevin O'Leary said he would still reinvest. I know, he said he would still reinvest in SBF. He loves the guy. He thinks he's a genius. I know, I said ridiculous. I know we watched a couple videos, y'all, but super important for us to know what's going on out in the world with crypto and with these banks, because this is really going to impact crypto. It really, really is. Everything impacts crypto whenever it comes to all this regulation and everything that's going on. Yes, but I just feel like this is extra, extra important. They know exactly, just never going to tell you and they always going to make the people pay for it. Yeah, we're going to have to pay for it. They said, no, taxpayers aren't going to have to pay for it. There was somebody else, I can't remember which one was talking at that hearing, and he said, you want me, what am I supposed to tell my people when I go back to my state? You have no information for me to go back and tell my people anything. So they didn't like that they're putting them in that spot too. They're painting them in a corner. And everything that these people are saying in this hearing, all these the council, all the reps, everybody there, this is going to affect them, how they're handling this on their next election if they want to. So they really, really, really need to be on the American side, because it's going to be very transparent. In Texas, I'm sorry, but you're not going to win next year. I hope not. Great live today. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, King Viking. I appreciate you. Only sees things from one perspective, the top 1%. Yeah, what are the farmers going to do? I literally come from a small town where I know, I mean, these are hardworking people, and you see what's going on with people like Kevin O'Leary. Oh, the banks just close your bank, close SVB, close that one, close them all, close all your banks and see how y'all like it. These people are working people actually making America, America. You know what I mean? Like, screw you, Kevin. Stop talking. He is the biggest crook in crypto space. He has no room to talk. Thank you, King Viking. Exactly. 80% of BNB is staked. There you go, F. Joe. West Side. What's up, West Side Ian? How are you doing? He's a big fat liar. CZ is Canadian. He's just butthurt from losing on FTX. Yeah, and he keeps praising SBF. Like, you're just looking bad. Coinbase. Oh, yeah, whenever they were talking about that, the regulated cryptos. And what do y'all think about that? That's something I want to ask y'all. What do you think what Kevin O'Leary was saying about how there's going to be a new wave of these crypto exchanges that are regulated? And like you said, Coinbase isn't going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't think so. She's a degen. He is just trying to kill CZ, but pro crypto. Yeah, he's trying to kill CZ for sure. Y'all heard what he said. He was totally insinuating that CZ is owned by the Chinese government, because apparently CZ was not saying who was backing BNB. That's where I saw some interviews going off with that. O'Leary talks about investing into exchanges that are compliant. If that is the case, I am so glad I invested into LCX. Let's go. All right. I'm going to have to check LCX out. We're going to have to check that out for the space cabin. So much to learn. So many things always going on. I love it. I love researching. I love learning. Y'all hit that sub button, hit the like. Vault. Banks are heavily regulated, and that didn't stop this porta potty in a tornado. So how will they regulate all of crypto? Exactly. Silicon Valley Petroleum, SVP. I know. I'm like, where am I getting SVP? This is ridiculous. ESPN, Stan Van Pelt. It keeps coming out too. Dar, what's up, Dar? You excited for your game coming out tomorrow? Good morning, Space Chick. Just got in. What O'Leary lying about now? I know exactly. He just needs to be quiet. Where's Charles? Where is Hodgkinson? Is he busy? Can he not go to these Yahoo Finance interviews? Can he not speak to the government a little bit more? We need somebody who knows about crypto. We need somebody up there who knows what the hell they're saying, who understands crypto. We don't need somebody like him up there being the face of crypto whatsoever. That chick said tokens and use cases. She's degen. Yep. Somewhere on the web, there is a clip of Captain O'Leary admitting to fudding Bitcoin while buying it. See? He was buying it too. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We are built different. We see the world different. We've been talking about it here. That's what I was saying. They're making us look bad on purpose. We know this though. We know this. We got crypto savvy in 2022. Don't try to mess with us. We see everything that you're doing. People, retail investors that got screwed over with Dogecoin. I've met some people out here in Austin, just talking and everything. And I said, so which cryptos do you know? They always know Bitcoin, Dogecoin. Unfortunately, they don't know a lot about Ethereum, but they know those. They got burnt by Dogecoin, so many people. So they were turned off to crypto. So then whenever you have these news articles coming out, these people talking about crypto who have no business talking about crypto, just making it look worse. I know one thing for sure. Kevin is not Voltaire. No, he's not. What game space stick? You must be mistaken for some. Oh, you have DAR. So I was thinking DAR, the project. DAR. The gaming. I guess I do. I thought you were a DAR player, Battleverse player. Okay. You should check that out on Twitter. All right. So this is just crazy. Crypto, though, is not going anywhere. Are y'all buying Bitcoin? Are you taking your money out of, did you take your money out of Binance? What are y'all up to? What are y'all doing? First question to the Space Cabin crew members. Are you still buying Bitcoin? Are you still buying the other crypto projects that you like, meme coins and all of that? What are you buying? That's what I want to know. What are y'all buying? Charles Hoskinson is brilliant. Yes, he is. But the problem is he is part of the problem of crypto. Yeah, he is. Tribalism. I know. And we need to stop with that. We do. He should have embraced the utility projects, but he didn't, and bash Ripple, for instance. Yeah. And that's so unfortunate that we do that in crypto. We are the face of crypto. You cannot be like that. It sucks, but you just can't. But he is so much better to look at sitting in a chair being interviewed than Kevin O'Leary. My God. So Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is going to fly up. I do. I think XRP, it's already doing its thing. I think you need to be if you're investing in a meme coin, make sure it has utility. If you want to, now I'm of course not a financial advisor, but I would suggest diversifying your portfolio. Of course, it's super important, especially with everything that's going on. You want to be buying these stable coins. You want to be buying, I'm personally going to be buying more Bitcoin. My family is buying more Bitcoin. I have just one of my nurse friends, she bought Bitcoin. You're buying alts. You're buying XRP. What are you buying? Oh, yeah, Litecoin. They were talking about Litecoin. Yeah, just be careful out there, y'all. Like we talked about, there's over 23K cryptocurrencies out there. People are getting scammed all the time. You have people like Kevin O'Leary up there. You have everything that's going on with the government with this hearing. It's super important that we stay on top of that. And I'm going to continue covering what's going on. But I'm telling y'all right now. Hey, what's up, Stevie? What's up? Yeah, Cash. Vault, is the only one worth grabbing. Oh, no. How is my... Hold on. That's why it went like that. Hold on. Say my computer's going to die. 1 sec. 1 second. I thought it was plugged in. All right. Okay. All right, my bad. All right, here we go. What you got, Max? Who's going to come to Hodgkinson's aid when Cardano becomes the new target? He will be eating his words. Yes, I own Cardano. 4K of it. I'm rooting for it to do well, but it's not a good look. Yeah, it's not. It's not. But I mean, he's so much better than who we had. Who did we have? We had an actor. I forgot his name this past with that whole FTX. And then we had Kevin O'Leary speaking to the government. I'm like, can we get somebody else? Can we get somebody else? I will look into it. Space Chick, thanks. You're welcome. Max, FTW. So unprofessional. So unprofessional. Oh, my I thought it's plugged in. It wasn't plugged into the wall. Space Chick needs 1.21 gigawatts to be plugged into her space cabin. Yeah, I do. Flux capacitor. Got to get the space cabin up to 88 miles per light year and go to the moon. I know, right? I gotta get with it. I don't even have my spacesuit on today. What the hell? All right, so a lot of people are buying Litecoin. I'm not a fan of Litecoin. I am not a fan of Litecoin. And I'll tell you why. Because I bought it at, what was it, $225, $250, whatever it went up to. So I'm a little sour about it because we all know what happened to the dev. He's probably sitting on the beach drinking a margarita. Anyway, I haven't been keeping up with Litecoin. I'm just talking mess. I don't know. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank y'all for coming in. I know this wasn't my typical space cabin, but I do know. Holy moly. No. Litecoin Lisa is rolling in her grave. She will be here soon. Yes, dollar cost. You're so funny. Dollar cost average, everybody. Dollar cost average. Check out Hedera. Hedera's 3rd generation DLT. Blockchain is 2nd generation. Yeah, we might have some years to come with it. We might not, but I mean, check out their governing council. Check out Crypto Talk Now. I am learning so much. You're always learning every single day. And I will tell you, you need to pick who your sources are. And I will tell you, I watch Max, I watch Larry, Crypto Talk Now. Go sub to his channel. I'm learning so much about these ISO 222 tokens. There's not a publication out about it, like a book. I went and I'm trying to find one, but I found a Kindle version. But if anybody has any to suggest, let me know. I went to Barnes & Noble, checked it out online. I couldn't find any. Don't DCA full send. F. Joe says, full send. Screw it. We're past that. Litecoin Lisa is a real person. Is she? She does streams a few times a week. Oh, my God. Oops. Sorry, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. I mean, that's what happened, right? I mean, that's what happened to me. Yeah, no, for real, legit. Go talk to Crypto Now. Check out his show. He's on there a long time. He'll do 3 5-hour streams. Pulls up so much information. I know, making true money. I really was. I'll recommend he's full send. Yeah, no, I was. I'm not trying to leave y'all. Okay, I'm not trying to leave y'all. The thing is that there's so much in crypto. There's so much more that I was learning. I learned a lot. That's what I was talking about earlier at the beginning. I learned a lot this year about crypto. I learned a lot of, projects whenever they start, how they can go straight down. I know this might seem like nothing to y'all, but I actually got to see a lot of behind the scenes things with devs, with whale groups. I saw a lot of bad that does go on in the crypto space, but then I have met a lot of people who are trying to change the space for the best. And I do believe tech is the main thing. Data is king. Whoever owns the information owns the money. They control it. Whoever owns data. I have known that. I used to invest in, not invest because it was a private company back then. It was called Deep Wave. It's called Deeper Wave now. If I'm not mistaken, you can buy stock in it. I need to go check that out because, yeah, you can now buy stock in Deeper Wave, but that's my opinion. Whoever owns the data owns everything. And Google is one of the governing council members, IBM of Hedera. Space Chick, you're behind. Yeah, I know. But I'm catching up. I'm getting up to date with it. And y'all go check out my video that I did yesterday about Hedera. It was breaking news. And then also check out, if you don't know what Hedera is, I did a video. It's just the gist of the technology of it. But I think it's a good video for everybody to understand what this third generation DLT looks like. Now, it has been out a while, but it's making more and more moves in the space. I talked about Quant yesterday, the market cap of Quant. Now, they do have a less supply. Yes, they do. But I pretty much was just trying to show how the volume was looking, how people are buying into it, how it's moving up. It was over 2 billion. You know, everyone's talking about Quant, but this H-bar, it's coming up. It's coming up slowly. It's on top gainers, crypto.com, the past 2 days. Okay, so yeah, Quant is truly your second chance at Bitcoin. I agree. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm finding out. Yeah, better late than never, though, with this. Quant is truly your second chance at Bitcoin at around $100, 14.88 million supply. Bitcoin with utility. It's not even a cryptocurrency. Exactly. Like HBAR is not even a blockchain whatsoever. It's an operating system blockchain. Yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. Check out that video. I was amazed. Allows 100 plus blockchains to be fully interoperable. Now, Hedera is patented, but it's open source. So there's hundreds of things being built on there. They provide services for devs. So y'all just got to check it out. What's up, Striker? Data by Jasmy. Own your digital self. Jasmy is one that I'm going to check out again. I did look it up months and months ago. Like I said, there's just so many and so many good ones. I want data tokens. I want those. Those are the ones I'm gunning for. Volt is my second chance. I mean, Volt has so many zeros to eliminate to get a lot of gains, yes. But I really feel like we need to start also looking at these other cryptocurrencies and build these bags of, stuff that is just going to sneak up on us, and they're not going to be at these prices right now. But like I said, ISO tokens, the updated ones, they just updated. That's whenever I was watching UMax. I believe it was updating the next day, the first day of spring. So it was March 20th when they did their update. I believe that's whenever it was. So that's when I was like, hey, what is all this going on? But so see, now I know. I gotta tell you all about it. Yes, Volt. Very good. A lot of utility. If you're going to pick a meme coin, that one has so much utility. It's disguised as a meme coin, really. Are you having fun today, Space Chick? Yeah, tons of fun. Tons of fun. No, really, I enjoyed coming in here today, talking about something different. I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to try to continue doing some more morning live streams about finding out what's going on in the world and the government and the crypto space with this hearing and everything. But yeah, check out Max. Are you having a live tonight, right? You have them every night. Can you tell us whenever you're having your live so we can all tune in? Because I know I was there for a little while last night. Sometimes I'm quiet and I don't say anything in the chat, but I'm there. I'll be lurking. Here, let me pull up Crypto Talk now. Let me pull you up. Kevin O'Leary. Kevin. Yeah, now I get what you're saying about Charles. Okay, so you get 2 subs from me because let me tell you something. I used to talk about stocks. My YouTube name was Girl Talk Stocks. Well, whenever I changed my channel name, I thought I had to do a new email, and I didn't. So I started a new one. There's literally all my friends on here, from Volt and everywhere. So you actually get 2 subs from me, one from my channel, and then one from this random one that I didn't know what I was doing. So you got 2 subs from me. Check this out. Crypto, definitely worth it. Crypto Talk now. I'm gonna drop his link. Does a lot of material, a lot of tech, super smart. I've seen people ask questions and the vibe is just really good, really chill. And that's what you need. Here we go. Yeah. All right, what you got? Yes, 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 I agree. Look at all these that Making True Money said. Quant, XLM, HBAR, Algo. Algo is one that I'm going to continue looking up. As you know, I just started with HBAR. So Algo is one that I'm going to be checking out a little bit more, seeing what's going on with them. But Quant and XLM, they say at least own one Quant. They say at least one. Tune into Max. His lives are great. Yeah, hell yeah. Click on popular tab. You got it. Where's the popular tab? Oh, over here. Got it, got it. Okay, okay. Yeah. You talk about Jasmine. You know, we're talking about Saitama. CBDC. Quant. Which one did you want? Did you want us to pull up a certain one, Max? Next to the latest, the Quant one? I know, right? Hey, we all live and learn, right? That's what I'm saying. We live and we learn. That, I mean, it took me a while. I don't have to play them. Y'all go check them out though. That Quant video is still growing over. Whoa. Yeah. So, okay, check this out, y'all. Y'all want to see there's over, if you're asking yourself if you're still early, look at this. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday in my video, I was showing the market cap and someone made a comment like, why? I don't understand why you compared them. Like, I get it. The supply, I get it. I guess what I was trying to say was look at this, look at the volume, look at how much HBAR is. It's over 2 billion right now. And everybody loves Quant. Quant is like amazing. But Quant is sitting at $126, is up 2.75%. Right? There's the market cap. 24-hour volume. It's down 8.12%. There it is on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges volume. So they do very, very good on centralized exchanges. And look at the rank, number 39. I think it was ranked number 40 or 42 yesterday. And over 250,000 watch lists. So if you're asking yourself, man, I don't know, am I late on it? I don't think we're late on any crypto projects that we like. I don't think so whatsoever. I think we feel like we're late because our crypto friends are jumping in on stuff and we're all, all over the place. That's what I think it is. But if you find a good project and you continue to dollar cost average, you're good. You're going to be okay. We're still early. Beginning of the bull run, some people are saying. Some people think we're not in the bull run. This is a fake out that's going to start next year. But Hedera, don't sleep on it. It's almost at 500,000 watch list. So we have a lot more eyes on this one. I think it has a lot to do with the affordable price, and it's ranked number 32. It's at 4.23%. I know I was up on it yesterday. Market cap almost at 2 billion. And yeah, that's the circulating supply. It is significantly less than Quant, but check out that volume. That's what I like to see, 147.41% with that. Now, also with Hedera. I wasn't going to go left with this, but yeah, this is amazing. Making True Money is like, Space Chick, where you been? All right, look at that. Look at all these transactions that happen so quickly. Some people were saying that really doesn't make a difference how fast and how many transactions. I think any positivity for any project should be spoken about at this point, for sure. If they're doing something good, if they did something that big, hey. All right, right here. Today at POTUS Summit for Democracy, Hedera has made a commitment to convene a democracy roundtable on how blockchain technologies can and are supporting human rights, transparency, sustainability through DLT enabled applications. There's the press release right here. I put that link in the description box below yesterday, but you know what? Let me drop it for y'all right now. And if you like HBAR, you like Hedera, right? If you like Hedera, then you need to check out. I'm going to show y'all somebody, not just Max, not just Crypto Talk Now. All right. I'm going to drop that link, y'all. I promise. Mason. There he is. This dude, super smart. I remember watching a video. I'm like, dang, this dude he's super popular. It was because Elon Musk liked one of his tweets or commented, and that's whenever he blew up. There's more ISOs to look into, but yeah. Oh, there's so many, right? No, we won't. Hey, I mean, we all make mistakes, right? I was talking about freaking Dogelon Mars and their total scam. CZ from Binance said, do not buy any crypto with Elon Musk's name in it or my name in it. And then their whole basis, I got to tell y'all, because they lie. Their whole basis of their whole token is saying Elon Musk is behind it. No, he's not. He said in Nelk Bros podcast, you can check it out last summer. It was in June. CZ and Elon Musk talked about this like 2 weeks apart. He said he has nothing to do with that freaking project. Nothing. Yeah, it's a crypto journey. Yeah, down to 2. Oh, I know. Thank God I took mine out of that crap project. And I put it in Vault. It still holds Saitama, and I'm actually up 67. No, it's 65%. Really? Nice. Good. Quant is generational wealth. Yep. Just buy it and hang on to it long term. Your kids and grandchildren will thank you later by building a statue in your honor. They better. My nieces and nephews, they're definitely going to benefit. Oh, man. That is really awesome. You got that much. Good for you. Yeah. It depends on your entry point. Hey, what's up, GS? You came in super early. I'm down 97. Holy crap. GS, how are you doing? Yeah, I learned a lot this year. Like, I always was into projects talking about data. Always into big data. I couldn't get enough learning about quantum computers and all of that. But damn. I was late to this one, but sometimes you got to, I try to, whenever I'm looking something up, I guess I put all my attention onto something and then I try to anyway. Y'all see how many tabs I have up sometimes in the space cabin? He's probably out with his girlfriend. Oh, some bags are never full for HBAR Max. Always need more. Yeah, I wish I had more. I need to you know what I need? You need to get a hold of somebody at Vault, actually. Go ahead. Yeah. Hit up King Ozzy or Pablo or Valtoshi. I merged before the V2. Haven't got it back yet. Oh, damn. But still, no. Ask him. Glad to see. Hi, Space Chick. Doing good. Glad to see you're into HBAR too. Yeah. I love HBAR. I'm going to continue building my bag. That's my next bag. I have a few bags of Vault Inu. Of course, I'm going to continue promoting Vault Inu. Of course. Tons of utility. Love the community. I love what it's doing. I love the dev. Love the team. Everybody. It's the only meme coin out there with utility right now. The only one. Everything else, though, we got to be super careful what we're investing in. And I think Mason, you got to check him out. He's got a YouTube channel, but this was cool. He tweets a lot, which is really cool. He really lets us know. Breaking, this was yesterday, 20 hours ago. Hedera featured on the U.S. Department of State website in a fact sheet about private sector commitments to advance democracy. HBAR was featured alongside Google, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft. And let me drop that source for y'all. Let me drop that. And I don't know if I did. I think I did. Let's see. Max, reach out to Pablo. Are you on the Telegram? They have a voice chat 24/7. Vault is great. At any point, a whole wave of vaulted Vault army people could be here at any moment. It's crazy. Yeah. My friends would just like come in like a big old pack, like, hey, and all these lightning bolts. You know it, you see it. I love it. And that is how you get out. You need marketing and all of that. But I'm kind of glad HBAR has been on the DL because it's only at 6 cents. Oh, I'm so glad. It's so affordable. Super affordable. It's been sitting on crypto.com. Man, I can't talk today. Top gainers along with Algo. I'm going to be checking out Algo a little bit more. I'll be doing a video on that hopefully by next week so I can learn about it. Y'all can learn about it if you don't know. And then for those of you who know, we can talk about it. But yeah, Hedera and Quant, check them out. XLM, XRP, do what you got to do. All right, everybody. Glad to see they have a game like, oh yeah. Okay, you want to know something about that game? I thought it was really interesting. Okay, so in China, because they have WeChat, right? They have that WeChat chat app where they order everything online. They know everything about you. I believe South Korea actually has something similar to it as well. Ozzy Austin was saying, because he just came from there. And so they know everything, what's going on, right? I mean, communism, of course, they know everything, what's going on with them. But that game, they could not put blood in the game. Whenever you shoot and kill somebody, it's green, like it's green blood coming out, and then they wave at you. They don't die all crazy like here in America and everywhere else. It's all dramatic and gory and everything. And in China, they'll go and then they disappear. It's cool. And kids in China, they get away with this though, some way, somehow. Only 90 minutes a day to be able to play a video game. I used to be super active on my gaming channel. I love gaming. Over 7K subs, but haven't made a video since. You need to do it. You used to get lots of views. Have 2 or 3 videos with over 100K. You need to do some more. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game. Don't at me. It is one of the best games ever. Oh, so good. So good. Don't at me on that one. The Last of Us, another good one and everything. Oh, I'm so glad y'all were here today. I'm so glad we were able to check everything out, but I do have to go. Check out this AI though. I put a picture of myself and then I had it generate. All I did was put in the description, Space Chick, and this is what popped out. And look what she's holding. Isn't that cool? But it was crazy because I was in my Volt sweatshirt and that's what it came out. I just thought it was neat. She's holding it looks like a little astronaut. But give me a follow on Spacey Crypto One, y'all. Check out Crypto Talk Now. Our friend Max, go check out his channel. I dropped the link in the chat. But I'm going to go do some adulting. Oh, I got to go do some adulting. Not always the best thing. Not always fun to do, but we got to do it, right? I'll be on again maybe tomorrow, this weekend, but I will let y'all know. I'll be following up on this hearing. And yeah, I love y'all. Thanks so much for stopping by. But yeah, y'all have a good day too. All right. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.